The one thing about a great steak is you don't need anything other than just a little bit of salt and a whole lot of heat. I don't like to complicate things too much, and with this recipe it just takes a couple of minutes and you just have a perfect steak that you don't even need the grill for. This recipe combines a lot of great techniques that I've learned from a number of great chefs. It's very, very simple and you don't need a lot of ingredients. One of the things I like to do is season with salt and then let it rest for about 45 minutes to an hour to let it come up to room temperature. A lot of people will tell you not to season it until you're getting ready to cook it, but I like to season a little bit beforehand. It draws a little bit of the moisture out, but it also brings a lot of the proteins to the surface. You get a nice golden brown color, and you're also pulling some of that salt into the interior of the steak. Another really simple but effective technique is to cook it on a really, really hot pan. Now warning, this is going to smoke a lot, so make sure you're in a very well ventilated kitchen or even outside on the burner on your grill. The other thing is a very thick, heavy, sturdy pan like a cast iron. If you have a thinner, flimsier pan, it's going to warp and you're going to get hot spouts, whereas a cast iron is going to have a nice even temperature throughout. One of the other things that I do that's different than a lot of other recipes is I'll put the steak in the pan, let it sear for about a minute, and then I'll start moving it. Now a lot of people will tell you put it in and let it sit there until it releases and then you flip it. This way I know I can keep moving it to a very, very hot part of the pan, getting a nice char on the outside, and just continue to move it around the pan until I hit the temperature that I'm looking for. So as I said, I like my steak just seasoned with salt, but if you want to take it to the next level, you can finish it with a little butter basting, maybe with a little herbs as well. So just as you get the steak almost to the finish line, throw in a 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of butter, a couple of sprigs of fresh herbs that you have on hand, and then just continually baste the steak with that. Nothing else is needed. For steak choices, I like to go for a thicker cut, at least an inch. That way I know the steak is going to cook evenly. I'm going to get a nice medium rare inside, but it's not going to dry out.